Welcome back to another video, guys. Today's is an anime haul. I have a couple series that I recently got. The first series that I have is Kyo Kara Maoh, God Save Our King. Now, if you saw my walkthrough through my collection where I keep them on the shelves, you may have seen season 2 of this and heard me mention that I really wanted season 1. So I got it for $60 off someone on eBay because this series is out of print. What that means is that no company that licenses anime or TV shows has decided to pay to keep the license to distribute this. So it's been out of print. You can't really get this anywhere other than secondhand. Or if you manage to find a new copy, it's really expensive because this is now rare. So the cheapest one that I found that was in pretty good condition was $60 by someone on eBay. It is the same kind of collection that I have for season 2. There were some other sellers who were selling the standard discs, which would have been the same thing as this, except the cases would have been thicker. But I don't have the shelf space for that. So I just decided to fork over the money for this. And I don't really need to show much because there's really not much on the inside. It's just the like episode lists on the other side of the pamphlet. Although I will say these are pretty old, so during transit the cases kind of broke, the little teeth that hold the discs together. But I'm not too pressed. I can probably find cases like this online somewhere for pretty cheap, so I can replace those when I feel like it. But this series is super funny. If you manage to find it online or at a local store or something, I highly recommend it. It is dubbed, but only season 1 and 2, which I think is a total of like 50 somewhat episodes. And when I was looking for this, I learned that in Japan the series actually kept going. The manga I know is longer. It went longer than what season 1 and 2 went to. But in Japan they actually kept going with the anime. It's just that no one bothered to license it and dub it, which is very disappointing. I really wish maybe in the future that someone will do that. But I'm very happy to finally own this. So there's that. I always forget to tell y'all what this series is about. So this is about this guy right here. He's an average Japanese student who one day gets transported through a toilet into another world where everyone says he is their king of prophecy or something like that. Hijinks ensue. He's like that's his fiance, and some other stuff happens, and it's pretty fun of a series. Lots of hijinks, lots of action, very cool. The isekai genre which is a genre of anime nowadays that features people getting transported to other worlds, is really popular now, and so I would have to say that this is one of the original. So if you're into that, highly recommend this. Next I have The Daily Lives of Highschool Boys. Now this is the series that someone stole from my mailbox or something. It got lost and I never received it. So I messaged Right Stuff and they were willing to send me a new one so long as I filed the police report and showed them the report. So I did that and they sent me a replacement. So if that ever happens to you and you buy from rightstuff.com, then that's what you gotta do. I don't believe there's much that's too special about this. So I'll just tell y'all what it's about. It's exactly what the title suggests. The Daily Lives of High School Boys, mainly these 3, and there's a girl version too for a couple episodes. And as you can tell from the cover, hijinks ensue. It's pretty funny, honestly. I think depending on your type of humor, you may not like or like certain episodes, but it made me laugh out loud so many times when I watched this when it aired. So I thought I should get it. And there is the inside. I'm not sure why there's a 2. Oh, I see. So the back of the pamphlet is just the title all over. No art. Here's a little pamphlet that just shows you what the episodes are and summaries, and then some advertisement for NIS America. And I believe that's who licensed this. It's not dubbed, which is a shame, but I'm just happy to have it. And I got it for pretty cheap, so there's that. The next 2 I'm not going to waste too much time on because I just know they're really popular. I got Spirited Away and Howl's Moving Castle. These are very classic Ghibli movies, and they're the 2 most favorite in my household, so I decided to finally buy them instead of constantly checking them out from the library. I don't believe any of these have anything special. I've already opened them because my siblings wanted to watch them. And these are older copies. I believe what's offered on Amazon, at least for Howl's Moving Castle, like the edition version is different. And this one just has pamphlets, information about the movie. And this comes with both Blu-ray and DVD. House Moving Castle as well. But again, there's nothing too special about it. Not even another picture on this other side of the cover. But we are very happy to own this and watch it whenever we feel like without having to drive to the library. If you've never watched these, I can't really explain the plot to you because they get kind of complicated and it really won't explain a lot. I will tell you the animation is beautiful. This one more or less is about a girl who gets transported into the spirit realm and she has to save her parents through certain means, and there's demons and witches and whatnot. This one is about a girl who gets cursed and she turns into an old woman. And she meets this wizard named Hal, lives in his castle, and there's a lot of cool stuff happens. So these are very beautiful movies. I highly recommend them. Next, I have YuYu Hakusho Season 2. 1 and 4 are on the way. 3, Target canceled my order because I guess they realized they actually didn't have it in stock. I'm very sad about that, so I'll have to wait and find another sale to get Season 3. But this is a series that I watched when I was much younger. Back when Toonami first did their anime block. I know they're doing it now, but I'm talking about the very first time they did it, when Sailor Moon was being aired and the early Dragon Ball Z. YuYu Hakusho was part of the lineup. And although they got annoyed with me watching it because they didn't want to watch it, I loved watching this series. I can't really tell you much from it because it's been a while and I haven't seen it. Hence why I'm buying all the seasons. The main thing I remember is this guy right here is the main character. He can shoot spirit energy from his fingertips, which means he starts joining like a group of fighters, and there's this very important tournament arc that I remember being really awesome. Then there's the guy with the flower lasso and the spiky haired dude. You can kind of see him right there. This is Bokura, I want to say, if I remember correctly. It's a really cool shonen anime. It's very standard on the inside. I don't think Funimation put too much time on this release. Really wish they just released all the seasons together in one box set, but whatever. And it tells you the names of the episodes on the back of the cover. This is an old anime, so it has that vintage look to it. But the animation's really good. I remember it being pretty top-notch. So if you're into the fighting type, good characters, okay storyline, I don't remember much again, I would recommend this one. It's a classic. The next two I'm pretty happy about. So I have seasons 1 and 2 of Ajin. This is a series you can still find on Netflix, who licensed the distribution for streaming. It is CGI. You can kind of tell by the monsters on the cover that they're made through CGI, but I absolutely loved it. I thought it was a great CGI anime. I know people can be picky with that, but I highly recommend this one. The story's pretty good, although they did veer off from the manga, which I did read before I even knew there was an anime that was going to air. They veered off from the manga in season 2, but I think they still did a pretty good job. It kept me on the edge of my seat constantly, and I loved it. So these premium editions, I believe, are minimum $50 online, but I managed to snag both of these together for $50. So I'm pretty happy. So I'm going to open first. They were both bought from different sellers. Season 2 from Mercari for $20 and Season 3 from a kind eBay person who was willing to split their set to just sell me Season 1 for $30. And I'll leave the links to their respective shops in the description. So there it is. I think Season 1, this box is really thick, by the way, it's really nice. Season 1 comes with both a DVD and Blu-ray version, and it has the episode list on the back. And then it also comes with Volume 1 of the manga, which I think is interesting. Although this is not what Volume 1 looks like, I'm pretty sure. The official release has the Ajin monster on the cover. So there it is, that's the main character. If you're wondering what this is about, it's about this world that is coexisting with Ajin, which are people who regenerate, basically. They're basically immortal, or as close to immortal as you can get. As a side effect, they have these little monsters they either can control or not control, but it's like manifestations of themselves in these Ajin monsters. But because they have these monsters, a lot of people don't trust them. They think they're a menace to society, so when this kid finds out he is one, stuff hits the fan. Okay. Ooh. So it looks like, yeah, these cases are really flimsy. I may have to just go ahead and buy my own. Oh, what's this? These are postcards? I do like the overall design that Ajin goes for. So there's some of the monsters for a couple characters. And then the back. Yeah, it has each person whose Ajin matches to the ones on the other side. I think. Close enough. But yeah, I think these cases are pretty flimsy, so I may have to just go ahead and get my own because this one's already broken. I mean, this is pretty old. I'm sure someone had it in storage for a while before they decided to sell it to me. So that doesn't surprise me because when you keep stuff in storage, you just never know. Especially if you never opened it. You just don't know if the case may have broken inside. I don't really mind so long as the discs are fine and, you know, the rest of it is fine. Yeah, perfect condition. So, and then this is the Blu-ray case. This one's fine. Oh, what's this? A poster? Wow. So this is the poster that season 1 comes with. That's pretty cool. I might frame this. I think I have an extra frame now, so I might go ahead and do that. But here are the discs. Make it a little more obvious that it's a CGI series. Oh, they included movie 1? Interesting. So the movies to the series are just recap movies. It's the same as the series. I think they may have added 1 or 2 or a couple extra scenes that were not in the show, but for the most part, that's pretty much all they are. I'm not too pressed about owning them, but it's a good perk if they come with the box set. And then season 2, I don't think they included too much with this one. If I remember correctly, this actually did not sell well. That's why a lot of people are selling it for so cheap nowadays, which is very sad because it's a good series. But I know season 1 is on sale for 50, or this one's on sale for 50, and season 1 is on sale on Sentai's website for a little more, which is a lot less than the close to $100 they were asking for when it first released. So this is some character art. That's neat. I'm sorry, I'm not even in frame. This is a very action-oriented series. So if you're into that, again, really cool. Just get past the CGI. You do have to get used to it, but I think they did a really good job with this series. More postcards, or art cards, I guess. I wouldn't post these. They have that photo glossy finish on each side. Don't think there's really much to say about the DVD one. This one comes with a lot more. Oh, so this comes with both movies, 2 and 3. Again, recap movies. So I'm not too pressed, but it's pretty cool that they come with that. So that's what box set number 2 comes with. Not a lot compared to 1, but they tried. So that is Ajin Demi-Human. Again, love this series, highly recommend it. And if you're looking to have a fancy box set now, because they do offer regular standard Blu-ray discs and DVD sets in just the cases, but if you want these fancy art boxes, now would be the time to go look for them because they're pretty cheap everywhere I've looked, except for obviously like Sentai's actual website and Right Stuff. Look for eBay, Mercari, all those places. Next I have Hyouka, the complete series. This one confused me for a bit because the covers look very similar, so do not make the mistake of buying the complete season part 1, which is the mistake I almost did. There is a complete collection that includes season 1 and 2, and that's this one. If I can open it. So this series, if I remember correctly, is about Oreki right here, who gets caught up in Chitanda. This girl right here is like very contagious curiosity. Like if she gets curious about something, she'll push him to try and solve the mystery because he's really smart. But it's mainly about these group of friends trying to solve these mysteries in their club, and it's beautifully animated, which is why I bought it. So the back has this along with a list of the episodes, and this case includes seasons I'm sorry, season 1 and 2, which includes 22 episodes and an OVA. The discs are beautiful, wow. So we have all the characters on the discs. Huh, I'm surprised Chitanda is not on here. Didn't want to put your main girl in there? Okay. But that's all it comes with. There's not much else to say about it. It is a beautifully animated series. The same people who created Clannad, Free, and The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, same people who animated that. And it is dubbed. I'm surprised. I didn't think they dubbed this series, but there we go. That's awesome. And last but not least, I'm really excited for this one. This is Land of the Lustrous, the complete collection, or season 1 for now anyway. There's only 12 episodes out of this series, but there's been some talk that the company or production company that made this is looking for animators to create season 2 because the manga is still going. As far as I'm aware, this series will have a standard release after this Steelbook version goes out of print. So I just went ahead and bought the Steelbook version because it's beautiful, and I got a discount from Target after buying a couple other things. It's very beautiful, so it's in that metal tin. I haven't owned anime with the exception of a Naruto movie in this form, so that's pretty cool. Here we have first DVD, second DVD. Let's see what it has on the bottom. I don't think this edition comes with much else other than just the fancy case, which I think is a little excessive. I really think if you're wanting to sell something this is expensive, you should really put some more effort into it, but that's just my opinion. But yeah, this series is about a group of gems, the actual rock kind that can shatter and and you know, die from being split into pieces. In like this future dystopian world of Earth, and there's these creatures or other beings called Lunarians who come and try to kidnap them for what they suspect is to break them apart and wear them as jewelry. So they have to fight them off, and it's really wonderfully animated. It is a CGI anime similar to Ajin. Same company actually, I want to say, but it's beautiful. This like blew everyone's mind when it aired, and I've been reading the manga up to the most recent chapter. It gets pretty intense. So I'm excited if this gets another season. But I went ahead and bought this because I do want to support it. It's a very beautiful series. Vibrant colors, great funny characters, drama, but also comedy. Really good fighting, actually. And the music is, oh my gosh, it's so lovely. So that's Land of the Lustrous. I believe it's still on Amazon Prime. So if you have Amazon Prime, it's free to watch. This is dubbed, however the one on Amazon I don't think they dubbed. It's just subtitled. But they did dub the release for this DVD, I mean Blu-ray edition. So there's that. And that is it for this anime haul. Thank you so much for watching. Like always, I will leave links to these products in the description, assuming they're still available, other than Kyo Kara Maoh and perhaps Land of the Lustrous by the time I post this. Most of these should be available online. Land of the Lustrous was kind of pushing it. It's a very popular series that a lot of people are paying that $50 price tag for the Steelbook version. So I've seen them go out of stock in a couple shops. Overall, I'm very happy to finally own all of these series. I didn't used to buy so much anime all at once, mainly for the price tag and the fact that I didn't have space, but now I'm starting to realize that it gets harder and harder to find series that I like, especially the older ones, because the license for them expired and they weren't renewed. That happened to Fullmetal Alchemist. It's about to happen to Puella Magi, I think. There's no way I'm getting Gurren Lagann with that price tag. So all of those series are kind of bust for me, although I think Fullmetal Alchemist is still available on places like eBay for pretty good price, I guess. So there's some hope for that. And certain other series that I've liked just are not available anywhere else because they're so obscure and no one really kept them or is selling them. So if you really like an anime and you really want it, and you see that it's kind of old, the license has been there for a while, I would highly recommend picking it up on DVD or Blu-ray, whatever you want. I'm sorry my neighbor started playing stupid music, because yeah, eventually it's not going to be available. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.